Hello everybody, Maven here, and unless you're living under a rock, you already know that the Khvostov Exotic Auto Rifle is back in the final shape, and today we will be play testing with it and trying it out. But it came out at the worst possible time, because the Necrochasm also just received the One For Thrall Catalyst, and they are both auto rifles in the kinetic slot. So we'll be testing them head to head to see which one of these you're actually going to want to use. So let's break it down. Hope you enjoy. So the Khvostov has the perk Shoot to Loot, which synergizes with Eyes Up Guardian. Collecting orbs of power makes this weapon stronger and has more bounces with its ricochet. And for those who don't know, Shoot to Loot got buffed recently, so you can now collect orbs of power with it. And the intrinsic perk is the right choice for every 7th bullet ricochets to nearby targets and deals additional damage. And we are in the Hydroponics Delta here, where it's like about legend level content, and the fact that that ricochet killed that legionary to the right while he had an overshield in legend level difficulty, that's just ridiculous. The ricochets are pretty strong, and I was very impressed with its ad clear potential. Just free ad clear, almost killing that phalanx just by doing nothing. Like, he got put one shot. And this weapon is kind of like Malfeasance in the form of an auto rifle, because with Malfeasance, every 5th shot gives you that like infinite range, like explosive shots for free damage. And as you can see, we're shooting against this fatter target, and you can see every 5th bullet's doing like over 5,000 damage, and that's without Eyes Up Guardian, by the way. So it's just like infinite, like pseudo infinite range. It's kind of like you have explosive payload on an auto rifle, similar to the Sweet Business. So it makes it a lot more potent for endgame content, because, you know, the harder the content gets, the more that the range stat matters on weapons, the more you want like infinite range. And so the Khvostov has you covered, and like the free ricochets makes it even better for that ad clear. It's just such a solid auto rifle, honestly. So I did make a comparison earlier that the Khvostov is kind of like playing the role of a kinetic sunshot, which is very, very important for the sake of our future loadouts. And I would say it's living up to that very, very well. I would trust this as a kinetic sunshot, you know, because I know I'm going to get that solid ad clear if I use this thing, and I have nothing really to worry about. It's always going to put in the work, just like sunshot does. And you get one more clip here of us dealing damage to a fatter target, and you can see the fatter target getting chunked with every 7th bullet, regardless of the range, you know what I mean? But now we come to the Necrochasm, and it's got the One For Thrall Catalyst, which is basically just giving it one for all. Hitting 3 targets will increase its damage by 35%, and you get increased, you know, targeting and whatnot. And as always, the radius and the potential of the Cursed Thrall origin trait is so nutty. It's just like targets poisoned by the Cursed Thrall are then like marked for like being exploded themselves. Like, it doesn't matter if you get a precision kill or a body shot kill on them. Once they have been touched by the Cursed Thrall, they are bound to explode. And, you know, with the radius of that thing, it's so easy to proc One For Thrall, and it's just active like all the time because it's refreshable. Unlike the like normal One For All, which is not refreshable, this one is. So it's like you can keep it up a lot longer. Like, you can see on the bottom left of the screen there, that One For Thrall there that's been at like 7 seconds or 8 seconds. It's been there for like the entire encounter until we had to deal with the bigger target and had to reproc it. But it's really easy to keep up, and I'm very impressed with it. Still, like, despite having 900 RPM and bonus 35% damage, it's not going to do the most DPS against a major regardless. I would still pull out my special or heavy, but at least you have that extra damage potential. And I wish I did a major comparison with the Khvostov and the Necrochasm, because it would have been a very close comparison. But at least the Khvostov doesn't really need to proc any kind of perk to like have its bonus damage, because even without Eyes of Guardian, you're still going to get those bonus damage shots, whereas the Necrochasm needs to proc Desperation and One For Thrall to have that. So I would say the Khvostov is a little bit more forgiving. And in my testing with this thing, I didn't even build into Eyes Up Guardian, which I could have, so it'd be pretty good on an Arc subclass, because Spark of Amplitude generates just an ungodly amount of orbs, and that would just make it so you have Eyes Up Guardian at all times and make the gun even stronger. I wish that was something that I tried out, but I was kind of caught up playing on Prismatics, so I didn't do that. But I will say that when it comes to end game content, like, you know, Master and above, like Grandmasters, if you need to use an auto rifle for stunning champions, I believe that the best option is going to be the Khvostov. It's just, you can't go wrong with having the boosted damage every 7 shot and the free ad clear. You know, the Necrochasm is definitely going to shine a lot more when it comes to like lower difficulty, like heavy ad clear seasonal content. It's going to do so much more than the Khvostov in that sense. So I personally like the Necrochasm more, but it really depends on the kind of content you're doing. There's a place for everything. But also, I did not have the Khvostov Catalyst. I do not even know if that exists. I did not find it. But if the Khvostov does get a Catalyst, it'll be even better than it was in this comparison. So I'm very excited to see if there will be a catalyst, and if then the Khvostov will surely be better, right? But for now, like I put it before, we have to pick a favorite child. You really just have to test both of these auto rifles out for yourself and determine your favorite child. But let me know your favorite auto rifle in the comments down below. And that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Final Shape gameplay will be dropping daily on this channel, so make sure to subscribe if you are new, and drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video.